What's happening? There are little blue people, Smurfs, in my house? Wait, this isn't my house. Maybe this is a chance to understand, experience 3D design in a completely different perspective.
My name is Handy. I'm excited to meet you. As I said to myself, this is one Smurf. Come along.
Doesn't your work combine the skills of a builder, an engineer, a craftsman and designer? You play all of those important roles.
I'm the only one in the village that can do this.
What do you think of the word inventing? I'm not internally comfortable with being called an inventor. Back in my village, Britain, the British people automatically associate the word inventor with mad. But to me, inventing is what you've been doing for the village, solving problems.
So how would you describe me?
During my studies, I became interested in the historical figure of a master builder who performed all of the skills you incorporate into your work. And I also try to do the same. Unfortunately, these different aspects of your work have been divided into different professions, which is a shame since before it meant that the generating of ideas was connected to the process of turning them into reality.
One that me and Lena can get together. But he's a three-dimensional designer, not an architect.
Because I didn't study architecture correct, but I don't like to separate artistic thinking into different crafts and professions. I prefer to consider all designs as a single discipline of 3D design. When I built the pavilion during my studies, I wanted to test whether ideas, materials and craftsmanship used on smaller scale could also be applied and worked on a larger scale. Since each creative discipline is associated with a particular scale.
Suit yourself, but it still won't work. Marina lives in the sea. It's just not possible. You've tried that before, Handy. With Surfer Marine, it didn't work. It's such a down and grouchy.
Of course, but I'm going to need your help. Since I have always preferred to work as a team, I like the idea of projects being the result of a collective effort. I prefer to work with my colleagues interactively on a project. Through discussions, testing, questioning, experimentation, which eventually results into a logic idea. Usually, I create mini experiments for my projects while thinking about how they might translate into a larger scale. I try to see if it's possible to incorporate the aesthetic sensibility of smaller scales of making into the design of larger scale buildings. Designing your Smurf hut will only mean that my final piece will remain around the same scale as the experiment.
Would you like to eat something? Maybe a chocolate Smurfberry biscuit, or Smurfberry tea, or that human drink? Coffee? Is it?
Thank you, but I don't drink coffee. However, I'll accept the tea and cake. Thank you. is a polo neck. I get sore throat from often talking so much, so I usually wear jumpers with long, rolled up necks.
Oh, so how are you going to make the hat? Assuming you can, since it can't be like others. Marina's the mermaid, she needs the water.
Well, that's what design is about. Trying to push what things are made from, how they function, using resources that are available to try and do things that matter. But I want to create something that not only can handy share with Marina, but the other Smurfs too. It's what we all share together that interests me. The way your hat sits on your head so naturally, I like the ability fabric has to fall into naturally sophisticated shapes. When I look at the master painters' portraits in my world, my eyes would always go to the fabric, and how they painted the folds of the fabric. How about allowing the material to impose its will onto the design, rather than we try to impose our own or onto the material?